Okay, so we're still on the ones that equal 10,000. We're on D, 6,543 plus 1,902. Okay, so we have to go ahead and add that together, which comes out to be 8,445. That's not 10,000, so you should cross off D. Let's take a look at E, 10 times 100. Be careful. If we do 10 times 1, that gives us 10. And again, we already used the 0, so you don't need to add it. You just add these other two zeros, which gives us 1,000. We need 10,000. So that one doesn't work. You can go ahead and cross off E. And our last one, 3,769 plus 6,231. We have 10 carry the 1, 10 carry the 1, 10 carry the 1, and 10. So this one does equal 10,000, so you should have circled F. So your three answers that you should have are B, C, and F. Let's go to that bottom box because this one isn't going to take us very long. An ant brain has about 250,000 brain cells. How many tens are in 250,000? Okay, so when we think about tens, remember I always taught you guys to think about how many zeros are in 10, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and so on. Tens only have one zero, right? So one way that you could figure this out with how many tens you would need, cross a zero off. Okay? And when you do that, you know, because whenever you multiply something by 10, you add a zero to the end of it, right? If we're trying to figure out how many tens, take a zero away. So you would need 25,000 tens to equal 250,000. So your answer is 25,000. Okay. An online survey of over 600,000 people determined that Harriet Tubman should replace Andrew Jackson on the $20 bill. Which numbers below round to 600,000 when rounded to the nearest 100,000s place? Mark all that apply. So again, we're going to have more than one answer here. So let's go ahead, write down our first number. And if we are rounding to the nearest 100,000, we underline the digit in 100,000. We circle the one next door. This tells us we're going to up the score. So this would be up to 500,000, not 600,000. So you can cross it off. All right, let's take a look at B. 602,399. Again, you underline the number because we're rounding to the 100,000s. Circle the number next door. 0 tells you to let this one rest. So it would turn into 600,000. So B is one of the ones that you want to select. Let's go to C. 687,421. Again, rounding to the 100,000. So underline that digit. Circle the one next door. 8 tells you to up the score. So we have to up that 6 to a 7. And then everything behind it turns into a 0. So C is 700,000. Doesn't work. Cross it off. And we have 597,897. Again, underline the number in the 100,000s because that's where we're rounding to. Circle the number next door. 9 tells you to up the score. So 5 becomes a 6. Everything else becomes a 0. So D works. You should have selected D. And let's take a look at our last one. 623,544. Again, we are rounding to the 100,000s place. So underline that digit. Circle the number next door. 2s tell us to let this 6 rest. So we got 6, and everything else turns into a 0. So that number also rounds to 600,000. So you should have picked E. So your three answers B, D, and E. And in the final one, being able to lift very heavy things is one of the best things I think about being an ant. Remember, they can lift 5 times? Yeah, 5 times their own body weight. So yesterday we were talking about an ant that was 60 milligrams could carry something that was 300 milligrams. I mean, imagine being our size and being able to carry something